Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to this webinar. Today's topic is how to build your cash flow. Cash flow is something very essential. It's part of the financial planning, which is more or less mandatory for a successful business. Because if you don't have an overview on your cash flow, you are going to lose. The cash flow is displaying over a period of time all the cyclicalities of your business, means the highs and the lows when the cash are coming in and going out. Overall, over a financial year, the cash flow is calculated in a way cash at the end of the year minus cash of the beginning of the year is your entire flow. There are, of course, some details in the meantime, and you can calculate this in a more comprehensive way. Nevertheless, if your cash flow at the end of the year is plus, then you were successful. If it's minus, then you need to think about the reasons for this. How are you going to build your cash flow? First of all, and rule number one is do it on a monthly basis. You need to have a monthly overview how your cash in and outflow is looking like. The controlling of the cash flow should happen on a daily basis. Especially in the beginning, things can easily go sour. You need to have a very good overview over your cash development, which means really looking on a daily basis, okay, where is my cash coming in? When is it coming in? How do I burn the cash? Where is it going out to? When do I have to pay my bills? When do I get the money to pay these bills? To be able to determine your cash flow, you have to fix what are your monthly costs. Means rent, utilities, salaries, everything what is related in costs to your business. And you have to determine at which stage in every month the costs of this appear. Because it determines whether you are cash positive or cash negative, whether you have enough cash to pay your bills at one stage. If the cyclicality is showing that at one stage you are not having money, then you need to close this gap. The usual way to close this gap is go to the bank and ask for a working capital facility, which banks are normally inclined to give. Nevertheless, in this case, you need to make a strong case out of it. You have to prove your cash incomes, because otherwise the bank would decline your request. So if you take your cash incomes on a monthly basis, you deduct from this all the costs, all the interest you have to pay, repayments you have to make. Under the line, this is determining your free cash flow on a monthly basis. You're accumulating this over the period of time, and as long as the accumulated cash flow is always a positive one, you are not facing any problem. What can you do if you have a negative cash flow? This is something which can happen, of course, in a cyclical business. However, you need to be able to cover this over the period of time, which means at the year end you need to be cash positive. Also, this is sort of a requirement of a bank, not maybe in the first year of your business, but in the following years, that at the end of the year the working capital facility is not fully drawn, but there is still capacity there. When you are monitoring your cash flow over the period of time, you can see whether your cash out is on a normal basis or whether you are burning cash. When you are burning cash, you need to take immediate actions. Immediate actions means that you need to look at your cost structure and you need to determine where you can cut the cost. Would it be in salaries? Would it be in rental costs? Which means moving maybe into another facility. Look wherever is possible. Because advice number one in this respect is do the cost cutting as early as possible, because the earlier the better. If you wait too long, then you are done and you will not have the chance to make up for it in the later stage. The overall conclusion out of this is watch your cash movements, watch the income, watch the outflow, monitor it over the period of time. Consider in the forecasting the cyclicality of your business, and don't wait if things go sour, because the longer you wait, the bigger the shit is you are in. And this is definitely not something you want. For building a cash flow, you can use it in Excel. There are a lot of templates available on the web. Use it, make it detailed, because the more detailed you have it, the better is the overview you are having. Wish you good luck for your business, and thank you very much for attending.